So tonight, um, I wanted to share from Isaiah chapter 26, and it was actually verse 3 and 4. Okay, I'm gonna read the whole chapter. Okay. So chapter 26, it says, "In that day, this song will be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. God will appoint salvation for walls and bulwarks. Open the gates that the righteous nation which keeps the truth may enter in. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for in Yah the Lord is everlasting strength. For he brings down those who dwell on high, the lofty city. He lays it low to the ground, he brings it down to the dust. The foot shall tread it down, the feet of the poor and the steps of the needy. The way of the just is uprightness. O most upright, you weigh the path of the just. Yes, in the way of your judgments, O Lord, we have waited for you. The desire of our soul is for your name and for the remembrance of you. With my soul I have desired you in the night. Yes, by my spirit within me, I will seek you early. For when your judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Let grace be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Lord, when your hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they will see and be ashamed for their envy of people. Yes, the fire of your enemies shall devour them. Lord, you will establish peace for us, for you have also done all our works in us. O Lord, our God, masters besides you have had dominion over us, but by you only we make mention of your name. They are dead, they will not live. They are deceased, they will not rise. Therefore you have punished and destroyed them, and made all their memory to perish. You have increased the nation, O Lord. You have increased the nation. You are glorified. You have expanded all the borders of the land. Lord, in trouble they have visited you. They have poured out a prayer when your chastening was upon them. As a woman with child is in pain and cries out with her pangs, when she draws near the time of her delivery, so we have been in your sight, O Lord. We have been with child. We have been in pain. We have, as it were, brought forth wind. We have not accomplished any deliverance in the earth, nor have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Your dead shall live, together with my dead body they shall arise. Awake and sing, you who dwell in the dust. For your dew is like the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter your chambers and shut your doors behind you. Hide yourself, as it were, for a little moment until the that's a tough one. Indignation is past. For behold, the Lord comes out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth will also disclose her blood, and will no more cover her slain. That was chapter 26. That doesn't even sound like, it really doesn't even sound like an Old Testament chapter. Like now that I've read it, that almost sounds like something that should be in Revelation.
Well, Isaiah's prophecy, why it sounds like that. So it is, he's prophesying the coming of the Lord. Yeah,
Yes,
like that too, verse 5, where he says he humbles the proud. And in Matthew 5, 5 says God blesses those who are humble.
yes.
So he humbles the proud and blesses the humble.
In verse 1, in that it is a song a song of salvation, we see that in that day this song will be sung in the land of Judah. Well, we have a strong city. That was a strong city. This talk about that the future millennium Jerusalem also. We see a strong city. Because of it, we see following verses. God would appoint salvation for war and bulwark. And then verse 3, sorry, verse 2, open the gate that the righteous nation which keep the truth may enter in. See, who will enter in the coming millennium, right? And then one again is in verse 3, you will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. Because he trusts in us, we see. He trusts in you. In the following that in verse 21, for behold, the Lord come out of his place to punish the inhabitant of the earth for the iniquity. But the earth will also disclose her blood and will no more cover her slain. No more cover her slain. It's all thing we see in Psalm salvation, how God redeemed, how God delivered his people.
Yeah, back to that verse 3. NLT version says, you will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you. And again, going back to the Matthew passage that Daryl read about not worrying about food, clothes, and shelter. Well, if you have anxiety, obviously you're not in peace. And you're not in peace because you're not trusting in the Lord.
Right. Well, and one thing that, I was thinking about earlier is like, okay, so if you're not thinking about food and you're not thinking about drink and you're not thinking about shelter, you're not thinking about anything. I mean, what is left? I mean, you could think about nothing or you could think about God.
Well, it says don't worry about it. Just don't think about it. When you got to provide, but don't worry about it. Where's my, next meal going to come from? Where's this,
Yeah, focus. Yeah, focus those thoughts.
Yeah, don't worry. Which leads to anxiety, which is what, the Apostle is saying. You won't have peace if you're anxious about things.
Yeah, because
worrying about things.
Our body will remind you that you're hungry. See, so you have to think about food. And then the end of the month comes and you got to pay your mortgage or your rent. So you're reminded of that as well. And then if it's cold outside, you got to know you got to put on clothing. But yeah, the I guess the big thing here is the worry, trust in the Lord. He wants you to trust in him and not worry or have anxiety over that.
Yeah. Because of everyone, we are trying, right? What we want. Because of what we want, we are worried. We worry here and there, here and there. Here's what Matthew chapter 6, verse 31 say. He know what we need.
Well, it also reminds me of a couple of scriptures. Oh, am I on mute? Oh, no. Okay. A couple of scriptures. One is, and I think both of these are the Apostle Paul. I think he said that my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches and glory. And then the other one was where the Apostle Paul was talking about that he had a thorn in the flesh. And this is beyond just, hey, are you going to take care of my needs? There's something that was tormenting him. And we don't know if it was something physical or if it was something spiritual. But he was being tormented by this thing. And he said that he asked the Lord 3 times to take it from him. And the Lord's response was, my grace is sufficient for you.
Grace.
So